Hey, Soulful family, how are you? How was your day? How was your week been so far? What's up? So, it's Ray. I'm back. I had to record another message because when I tell you that in order for me to get my last message out, which I believe I posted a day or so ago, was so hard. I felt like I was I don't know. Anyway, the same thing that I was telling you before happened even worse. Like I could not get anything to post. I could not save. It was a struggle. So I don't know if that's the same thing that's going to happen with this message, but I just want to put it out there. So first and foremost, let me just apologize because your girl spoke way too soon. I am not going to struggle to try to get these messages and stuff out to you. What I'm going to do is be obedient and rest. And not rest fully like you won't hear from me or whatever the case may be. I might have to struggle to get these messages out, but what I'm saying is I said that I was going to launch something on the 1st, and that is not going to happen. Anything that launches will be after the 7th. The 7th of April is actually when Mercury retrograde is over. Okay, and so for me, I'm not trying to tackle and box with whatever it is that I'm not supposed to be doing. And I implore you to do the same if you're feeling the same way, if you're having the same experiences. Just rest. You know, I'm personally, and I want to implore this to you as well, give yourself permission to rise by resting. Give yourself permission to rise by taking time to make sure that what it is you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing, right? So just like I told you in my last video, I will be asking lots of questions because I've just been doing, and sometimes the doing needs time. Sometimes the doing needs more thought. Sometimes the doing does not mean that you need to do it immediately. Maybe this is something that you need to take your time and do, if that makes any sense. So I will be resetting, and I ask you to do the same if that is how you feel, if you have been having these same experiences, or if you haven't and you just feel like you need to reset. So that's the first thing that I wanted to say. But I'm wondering, are you doing any of the things that I asked you to do? Are you praying? And this is another thing too, like I shared, I'm sharing scriptures with you, but I'm calling them prayers, right? They can be the same thing at the same time. But what you really are doing is resetting and rewiring your mind. The more that you say those scriptures, those prayers, those affirmations, the more that you are rewiring your mind. Yes, you are saying scriptures. Yes, they are about God and what God is going to do, but it's not it's all encompassing. In other words, like the more that you do this, the more that you will see things differently, the more that you will be calmer, the more that you will probably not even dwell on the things that you dwell on, which would be problems or issues or, situations and things of that nature. You are rewiring your mind every single time you say those prayers, affirmations, declarations. And so I'm just asking, have you started? And if you haven't, go ahead and start. Go ahead and start speaking your life into existence. Go ahead and start looking at life in a different way. Go ahead and start saying things that you actually want to come into fruition in your life. Because let me tell you what you're doing. You are not only speaking these words, but you're hearing them as well. You're absorbing these words as well. And most importantly, eventually with your constant repetition, of these prayers and affirmations and declarations, you will be in belief. You won't be the same. You won't think the same. You won't act the same. None of those things you will do. This is why I'm asking you to do this, so that you can feel better, so that your confidence builds, so that you are a better mother, so that you're a better sister, so you're a better friend, so you're a better associate, so you're a better coworker, so you're better. And the thing about it is, all of these things will happen, right? And when you start, you're praying, so you're asking for things, you're declaring things, you're speaking things into existence. Something different has to happen. Especially if you're doing it with intentionality. If your intention is to change, if your intention is to flip, if your intention is to be a better overall, to feel better, to no longer be fearful, to no longer allow outside things to, shake you up and change your energy. This is strength we're talking about, Soulful family. This is strength. This is a knowing. This is a knowing of who you are. This is a knowing of your worth. This is simply powerful. Simply powerful. And all I'm asking you to do is just repeat. It's not even hard. Repeat it in the morning, repeat it in the evening, repeat it throughout the day if you need it, especially the all is well, because we already know that there are things in life that we can't control. You might be like, oh, today's going to be a beautiful day. Today's going to be so awesome. And you're talking to yourself and you're doing all these things, and then something happens. Right? Somebody cuts you off where you normally would be like cursing and all this other stuff. But maybe you're just like, you know what? Let me breathe for a second. All is well. Everything is working for my greatest and highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come to me. I am safe. I am loved. I am blessed. I am favored by God. Right? So this is what I'm asking you to do. And in the meantime, regardless of all the obstacles, I will be working so that we can all work together. I'm just giving you this homework now because I really want you to be in the action of doing something for yourself. Because remember, this is just guidance. The things that I'm sharing is just guidance. Yes, there are things that I personally have been through, but it's also guidance. No one can do the work for you, Soulful family. No one. You've got to do the work for yourself. And so I just wanted to say that one more time, right? I really just wanted, I really want you to be proud of the person that you are becoming. And I don't care if it's your very first day of doing what I asked you to do. And I haven't asked you to do it for me. I'm asking you to do it for you. And not just you, because when you change, everything around you changes. For my single moms, when you change, your babies are happier. Single moms and single dads. Let me just say that. Sorry, I didn't mean to leave the dads out. But when you change, when you're less stressful, when you're less affected by outside things or whatever the case may be, when you have a prayer life, even if your prayer life is just the 4 things that I asked you to do, right? It doesn't have to be listen, none of these things have to be what you were taught or what you saw or what you see that they have to be, right? There are so many different ways of being when it comes to being a Christian or someone who believes in God or whatever the case may be. I don't do the labels. I don't need to, because I already have a direct relationship with God. I don't need to do anything that anyone else tells me that I need to do, because I already have it. You know what I mean? And so this is what I really want you to know. You don't need to get caught up in whatever, because I'm not talking about anything specifically. I'm just saying, like, if you think that you need to pray like, Father God, please help me, blah, blah, blah. You don't. Not to say that I didn't used to pray like that, but I talk to God like I'm talking to y'all. I curse sometimes, well, probably not now, but used to. This whole thing about there's some sort of stipulation about how you're supposed to talk to God and all that other stuff, let that go out the window. God already knows who you are. God already knows you curse. God already knows you use Ebonics. God already knows you have an accident, and that maybe you say certain words, certain ways. He already knows. He knows you. So there's no, I don't know. Listen, just hear me out. Hear me out. Don't make it difficult, because it's not. It is as simple as building a relationship with anybody else. You must show up and show out. And showing up right now is just the 4 things that I asked you to do. That's it. And yes, it can be just that simple. Because what will happen is you will start feeling a way. You will start, things will change for you. And they might not change for you in the same way they changed for me. But what I'm saying is that as you simply start doing these things, start believing in these things, start feeling a certain way, things will start happening for you. Thoughts will be different. And maybe you'll want to do more, and then you'll want to do more, and you'll want to do more. Right? Because you're building this relationship. Because maybe some of you have no belief at all. And then some of you do, but you're just not really sure. You're confused. You're not sure which way to go, and all this other stuff, which I really do hate, because it doesn't have to be that way. But I understand. There's things that we have been taught over our lifetimes, even mama, big mama, whoever. But your life and your relationship with God may be and probably will be very different, just because of how things have been and how people have been taught, and what that your whoever, pastor, whoever said that you needed to do this, that, and the other thing. I'm just telling you that it's just very simple. It's very simple. And so really, once we get started working together, you'll understand that, taking these actions and, asking whatever it is, even if you're just asking God that you just want intimate time with Him, can He show up in your life? Can He make sure that you get to work safely? All of these things, they all work if you work it. And so anyway, let me stop going on and on. I really just wanted to let you know, April 1st, no. Okay? So April 1st, no. After the 7th, we'll chat about when we're going to start this thing together. I only simply want your homework until that time is to simply do the work of the Lord's Prayer, Psalm 23, Ephesians 3:20, and the All Is Well affirmation. Now, if there's something else that you want to do, like if you want to write them down, which would be amazing, that would be great. But I'm not telling you to do that. If you want to do that, that's great. Because there's something powerful about writing. There is something powerful about writing. And we'll get into that a little bit more later. Yeah, anything you want to do. But I'm just simply asking you, because these 3 things actually saved my whole life. Saved my whole life. Okay? The All Is Well affirmation by Louise Hay is something that I heard in the past, but I just didn't believe it. And so it wasn't my favorite affirmation. But as time went on, as my healing journey went on, as I started getting closer to God, as my relationship with God really grew and blossomed, and I heard it again, I was like, this is awesome. I'm going to start saying this. Because I was in belief. You see what I'm saying? So when you hear something that resonates with you, I'm all over it. Just like I don't know if you guys heard this before, but I made an episode about it feels good to feel good. Just repeat that to yourself. It feels good to feel good. When I heard that the first time, and you can go back to the episode, but when I heard that the first time, I didn't believe that. And actually, I just wanted that for myself. Like, really? You can feel good? It's possible? And so that was my next focus. Like, I was focusing on feeling good. Like, I want to feel good. I want to feel good. I don't want to feel this way anymore. You know what I mean? So anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I keep going on, and I really just wanted to come on here and say, nope, we need to wait a little bit longer. That's all I really wanted to say. But I hope that anything that I have said has solidified what it is that I've asked you to do, because it really is for you. So that's all I have to say right now, Soulful family. I hope that you are having a great day, a great week. And if you're not, this too shall pass. And I am Ray, and I'm out.